For the earth forever turning, for the skies for every sea, for our lives, for all we cherish, sing we our joyful song of peace. For the mountains, hills, and pastures, in their silent majesty, for the stars, for all the heavens, sing we our joyful song of peace. For the sun, for rain and thunder, for the seasons' harmony, for our lives, for all creation, sing we our joyful praise to thee. For the world we raise our voices, for the home that gives us birth. In our joy we sing, returning home to our blue-green hills of earth, to our blue-green hills of earth.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live in-person and live Zoom worship service of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Riverside. Our opening hymn this morning is number 16, "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple," from the Gray Hymnal. Feel free to sing as the Spirit moves you. Please stand in body or spirit and join us in singing hymn number 16, "'Tis a Gift to Be Simple."
Tis the gift to be simple, tis the gift to be free, tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right. 'Tis the gift to be gentle, 'tis the gift to be fair, 'tis the gift to wake and breathe the morning air, and every day to walk in the path we choose. 'Tis the gift that we pray we may ne'er come to lose. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right.
Thank you for joining us here in person, and thank you for joining us remotely by Zoom, where we will continue live streaming and posting these services on our YouTube channel for our virtual attendees. I'm Ren Mansour, a member of the Worship Committee, and I will be your worship associate today. Other members of the Worship Committee who make this service possible include Alec Peck, our music coordinator, Adam Wedekine, who monitors our visual and online connections, and Kate Lewicki, who is in charge of our sound system. We welcome you to join us this morning with an open mind and an open heart, and with muted electronic devices, please. We invite you to leave your worries and defenses at the door and trust that what happens in worship is inspiring and powerful. Together we affirm that this day and our being together can make each of us braver, more compassionate, and wiser as we begin a new day and a new week. Today is International Asexuality Day. A worldwide campaign to raise awareness, promote understanding, and celebrate the asexual or ACE community and its diverse identities. The 4 themes of the day are advocacy, celebration, education, and solidarity. Before we move into the service, there are a few announcements we would like to share. We will mention several websites, email addresses, and phone numbers. At the end of the service, we will leave up a slide with all this information, and it is available on our website. Our first Sunday luncheon will be served after the service. Today's theme is Easter lunch. Contributions are appreciated and will be donated to the church fund. A discussion on the ongoing Peace series will be held today from 12 to 1 p.m. in the sanctuary following the luncheon. All are invited to attend and participate in the Q&A session. Church Council will meet on the second Friday of the month in the annex. The next meeting will be at 5:30 p.m. on April 11th. The Women's Federation Group meets on the second Saturday of the month at 1 p.m. The next meeting will be on Saturday, April 12th at 1 p.m. in the Parish Hall. Worship Committee is on the second Sunday, and the next one will be on April 13th at 11:30 a.m. in the Parish Hall. And now for the book club announcement, I would like to invite up Alec Peck.
Hello, everyone. I would like to once again invite people to join me at the book club. The book, and this is not this Monday, but next Monday, so I guess that's 8 days from now. And the book that we're looking at is Come As You Are by Dr. Emily Nagoski, which is a book about sexual functioning in human beings. And I thought it was a great read and very enlightening in many ways. And we are going to be just reading the first half of that book, the first 2 out of 4 sections. And that's in just about a week. And so if you would like to join us, just a heads up that we'll be looking at the first half of Come As You Are by Dr. Emily Nagoski. And if you would like a free PDF copy of that book, I have one available that I'm willing to share. So just let me know. Thank you. And I will attempt to set up a Zoom, and if you'd like to join by Zoom, yeah, let me know, and we'll set something up. Thanks.
Welcome to all of our visitors today, and welcome back to our old friends. We would love to meet with you during coffee hour after the service. Our time together is brief, but it is filled with joy. In that spirit, I invite you to turn to those around you, greet them, and welcome them, and share that joy. For those of you on Zoom, you can use the Zoom wave gesture, or just wave at the camera. To our new guests, we'd love to chat with you out in the Parish Hall, where you can also find our visitors book. Please leave your name before you leave so that we know you were here, and leave your contact information if you want updates on church events. There will also be a short discussion after the service to share your reflections with us. For those of you online, the best way to get added to the mailing list is to email the church office at admin@uuchurchofriverside.org. And now I invite you to sit back and take a slow, deep breath as we move into the worship hour. You are welcome to read with me the mission statement of our church. Our mission is to foster a diverse religious community that celebrates life, affirms the individual, encourages spiritual growth and open thought, and works to advance social justice and environmental sustainability. Today's sermon consists of reflections on writings by two UU ministers, Reverend Mariela Perez-Simons and Reverend Jules Taylor, on making our way during troubled times. Reverend Mariela Perez-Simons, she, her, is a Cuban-American UU minister focusing on eco-spirituality, ecofeminism, and religious naturalism. She's the producer of the weekly show, The Seed, the Soil, and the Soul. Reverend Jules Taylor, they, them, is a Unitarian Universalist community minister specializing in critical incident response, community crisis, and pastoral care. A former president of the Unitarian Universalist Trauma Response Ministry, Reverend Taylor has over 23 years of experience as an ordained minister working with communities experiencing critical incidents. These times are difficult, but we can partner together and prioritize our values while still protecting our loved ones and our communities. Together, we will find new solutions and ways forward. We must become the keeper of the light and the keeper of the lighthouse, a place of refuge for the parts of us that feel like they are lost in a stormy sea at night. This pair of reflections will be read by friend of UUCR, a friend of UUCR, Dr. Margaret Johnston, they, them. We have two lightings of sacred flames. The first is a remembrance candle for the Indigenous peoples who continue to cry out for justice and self-determination. We remember that underneath us is the unceded land of several Indigenous peoples, the Cahuilla, the Luiseño, and the Cupeño. We light this sacred flame in their remembrance and in recognition of their ongoing struggle for freedom and dignity. Our second sacred flame is our own chalice, the symbol of our faith. We are blessed with this space and opportunity to strive to live out our common principles, to bring justice, equity, and compassion into our daily lives, to resist all that threatens the earth and her people, and to be part of a world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all. Let these thoughts carry us forth as we journey and worship together. Today's chalice lighting words are Flame by Reverend Orlando Brugnola. Flame, friend of our most ancient ancestors, we kindle you now in this time. Yet in truth, you burn always in the unique worth of each person, in the imagination and the turning of the heart to sorrow or joy, and the call to hope, and in the call to justice, burn bright before us, burn bright within us. Thank you, Bill. It is said that shared joy is a double joy. Shared sorrow is half sorrow. On the first Sunday of each month, we share the joys and concerns that we have received from you and which you have collected throughout the month. First, I'm going to read the joys and concerns which were given to us. From Kate, joy that her daughter's surgery went well. Joy that she will be on vacation in San Diego for the next week. Concern, we hope that Nick's surgery will go well when rescheduled. Joy, for the rains that brought greenery back to the local hills and the wisteria blooms on Victoria Avenue. From Margaret, joy that even after leading chants at the Hands Off rally this past evening, they still have plenty of voice for singing and speaking today. Is there anyone here in the sanctuary who would like to come up to this microphone and speak their joy or concern?
I have both a joy and a concern, and I'll give the concern first so we can look forward to the joy. About a little over 2 weeks ago, I lost my favorite brother. It was a sudden death, but he had been having poor health for some time. And I and his granddaughter and his girlfriend at the time are all having a little trouble with this one. But on Friday, I got to talk to the granddaughter. And you can ask me afterwards, because it's a long story, how this person got to be my brother's granddaughter, because there's no DNA shared. It's a kind of an adoption, sort of unofficial. And anyway, I got to talk to her, and I called her at work. I didn't think about the fact that she was going to be working. And first I apologized for calling her at work. Oh, no, that's fine. And before she got on the phone, I could hear, oh, I got to take that call. That's my grandpa's sister. Anyway, long story short, I've never met her except on the telephone, and I can't wait to meet her. I would just fell in love instantly with this young lady.
And you know what? I had actually a joy and a concern. I'm still Alec, by the way. And I had a joy and a concern I wanted to share. First, I have a joy that this coming week, my parents are going to be in town. And they're going to visit, so we're going to go around and see a few things around the area. And it's going to be really nice to see them again, since they live out in Chicagoland for most of the year. And so I'm very excited to see them again. And I also have a concern that a few weeks ago, there was some roofing work being done at my apartment complex, and a cinder block fell off of the roof and smashed several of my plants. And fortunately, no one was hurt, although it could have been much worse. But a few of my plants got pretty badly hurt. Many of them will spring back because they're desert plants, and so they will actually grow back even bigger and more beautiful than before. And so I do have that to look forward to, but it was sad seeing them on the ground in their shattered pots.
Bill?
Well, I've got one thing here. You can't quite call it a joy because it's going to be about as pleasant as chewing tinfoil. But my phone died on me the other day, so I got hold of this new one, and I still have to track down some numbers, and I'm only hoping I can do that well. Wish me luck on that. I really could use it. I'll be yapping at some of you and being annoying on that front. But I ran into something else. It's odd. But because this is a new phone, I'm getting a bunch of new writers. including some of which who seem to offer a chance to figure out what on earth, if anything, is in the president's mind involving the tariffs and some of the other stuff. Now, he's in my opinion, not quite the alpha he thinks he is. We'll leave it at that. We'll be kind of, I'm not the alpha. I'm not the beta I should be at this point. But it gives me a chance to read what is going on in this person's mind. And if we work under the assumption that truth will allow us superior methods of combating a difficult person and holding on to our freedom and holding on to the procedures that will make this a better and more loving and more inclusive world, we can actually use this. It is going to be an incredibly unpleasant process, I suspect. But I seem to have, by running into these new authors, I may have a chance to figure out what in the world is on that one's mind. And always, of course, the first response, guys.
Hello. Okay, my joy is seeing new faces. People here who care as a community about the importance of equality and the importance of justice and the importance of getting together, because united we will stand and we need to be united. And it's just joyful for me to see these folks. Now, normally I might not see these folks entering because usually I come late. But I can't drive right now. I will be able to. But a little injury I've had, along with other things, being an old gal, makes it an opportunity for me today, with the kindness of a very good friend, to be able to be here to see the entrance of folks coming in. And whether you come late or you come at all, that means a lot. Come when you can. But tell others of the importance of the message that united we stand and divided we fall. And right now, following up on Bill's comments, at least in the community, it makes a difference. Any of you folks that were at the opportunity to explain your concerns, even after the fact of an election, it still can make a difference. It's going to be more difficult, but it's not impossible if we can unite and remember to care for each other and carry compassion in whatever we do for everyone. And it's lovely to see more new faces. I hope you stay afterwards, because it's there for us to get to know each other a bit better. Thanks for listening to my promo for the fact that I am not a member, but I believe in this church, and I have the feeling that you believe in something above and beyond just narcissism, and you believe in caring for each other, because united we stand, divided we fall. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Diane.
Morning.
Good morning, Nick.
I'm Nick, and I am a Universalist Unitarian. It's good to be here today. Alec, I want you to know that I didn't harm any plants this week. Why am I here? I'm supposed to be laying in bed recovering. Well, I'm a fast healer. No, that's not true. My surgery on Friday, I got a phone call about 7, and they had to cancel it because there was an emergency. So my prayers this weekend were with whoever was injured, and hope that they get well. And I'll be rescheduled, hopefully this next week. I won't know anything until Monday probably. But I thank you for all your prayers, and I'll keep you updated on my condition. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Nick. Yes, Tinka?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tinka. Yeah, it was good. It was disappointing. We were all ready going into the hospital for the surgery, and then got this call that some unfortunate person had to be rushed in for emergency surgery, and so the operating room that was reserved for Nick, had to be used for them. But gladness that came out of that was that I was available to join my sisters in the metaphorical sisters in the Riverside Resistance Revival Chorus to show up at the demonstration yesterday and here in downtown Riverside to sing and chant and march and everything. And I'm very proud that there were, I saw, there may have been more of you, but there were 4 from this church. Walt was there, of course, Margaret and I with the chorus, and Adam was there carrying the banner of the church, our banner. So we were very visibly displayed. This church was very well represented there. It was fantastic. I have not felt this much hope and encouragement that devastations can be turned around since the first Women's March that was here in Riverside, which was the first time that I met Adam. And it was, I had to drop Nick off, and then I had to park several blocks away because there was no parking, because so many people showed up. And it was supposed to start at 6:30. At 5:30, people were gathered with their signs and everything else, and it went until, at 8:30, people were still there when we left. So people were driving through and honking, and blocks and blocks were filled with people on both sides of the street, and it really gave me hope. So I'm hanging on to that joy. And I want to say what was said, somebody said about join us afterwards. We're having our first Sunday luncheon, so those of you who are new, maybe this is your first time, we have a first Sunday luncheon. It's a fundraising for us, but if you don't have the money to donate to it, don't worry, because Nick and I have put in enough money for at least 3 other people for the lunch, so please join us.
There's a joy in the Zoom chat. From Daniel Lee. I have 2 joys that I encountered this past week. I witnessed the Trans Day of Visibility outside of my house and the hands-off protest on my way home. I love to see a lot of people coming together to raise awareness and show unity. Thank you, Daniel. Do we have anyone else who would like to share a joy or concern?
I'm just waiting to throw rocks. I think I can sink it as a jump.
All right, it's time to come up. We place a stone in our water chalice to represent the joys and concerns we have shared with our church community, and in recognition of those we hold close and have not shared. May we remember those who have spoken, those they have named, and those we hold in silence in our hearts. Our hymn now is number 112, Do You Hear, from the Gray Hymnal. Feel free to sing as the Spirit moves you. Please stand in body or spirit and join us in singing hymn number 112, Do You Hear?
Do you hear, oh my friend, in the place where you stand, through the sky, through the
This next portion of our service is to support our beloved historical church. This can be accomplished several ways. In addition to the weekly collection, you may send your checks to the church address, which is shown here. You may contribute by PayPal using the QR code, which is shown here, as well as on the church website and in the newsletter. Stater Brothers Market gives our church a rebate on Stater grocery cards, which we will have in church each Sunday. You get the full value, and the church also receives a percentage for free. Please see Dinah Rowe or Robert Brown in the church office if you are interested in purchasing the gift cards. Please donate as the Spirit moves you by whatever method works best for you. Thank you for your generosity. To those who give of their time and their talent, thank you for your generous care and attention. To all of you who have joined us here today, we thank you for the gift of your presence. Will our ushers now please come forward to receive the collection? A tote bag will also be passed around to collect food and hygiene items for our local community. Our next hymn is number 402, From You I Receive, from the Gray Hymnal. Feel free to sing as the Spirit moves you. Please stand in body or spirit and join us in singing hymn number 402, From You I Receive.
From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live.
From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live.
Our meditation today is adapted from a metta meditation. In Buddhism, the practice of metta meditation extends goodwill and loving kindness to all without expecting reciprocity from others. It is a reminder that we can offer compassion to others even without having received it ourselves. I will lead us in this simple meditation, and I invite you to join. Notice where your body is at this moment. Take a comfortable breath and follow the air from the beginning to the end of your inhale. Don't change anything about how you're breathing. Just change where your attention is. Don't change anything about how your heart or body feels. Just notice. For a few minutes, feel or imagine the breath moving through the center of your chest in the area of your heart. You may find it helpful to put your hand on your heart, but that's your choice. And this is where we start. We first practice extending loving kindness to ourselves, since it is difficult loving others without loving ourselves first. Sitting quietly, mentally repeat slowly and steadily the following phrases. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe. May I be peaceful and at ease. You may sense feelings of warmth, friendliness, or love arise in your body or mind. Just notice them. Wherever you are, however you feel is okay. Now bring to mind someone in your life who has deeply cared for you, someone with whom you feel very safe. Sitting quietly, mentally repeat slowly and steadily the following phrases. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe. May you be peaceful and at ease. Sink once more into the heartfelt meaning of these words. Notice any emotions or feelings that arise. Don't try to change anything, just notice. Now bring to mind the people in this sanctuary, the old friends, the new faces, the sacred space that comes from our shared presence here. Sitting quietly, mentally repeat slowly and steadily the following phrases. May we be happy. May we be well. May we be safe. May we be peaceful and at ease. Take a deep cleansing breath and release any tension that may have built up in your body. Finally, consider our whole wide world. In the quiet of your heart, imagine the pulsing planet with its many sentient beings, all seeking comfort and safety. Think of the people and places that you know and those that you do not. Try to stretch your heart to contain it all. Sitting quietly, mentally repeat slowly and steadily the following phrases. May we all be happy. May we all be well. May we all be safe. May we all be peaceful and at ease. May it be so. May we make it so. Now let us pause for a moment of silence. introduce and bring up to the pulpit Dr. Margaret Johnston, speaking to us on A Lighthouse in Troubled Times.
Both of the reflections I'll share today come from a workshop about safety, finding safety in unsafe times, identifying and tending to our individual needs, being gentle caretakers of these vulnerable and precious vessels, and in turn, being caretakers of our communities. These are lessons and musings that are always relevant, because we never know what each new person coming in the door is needing. But the wisdom of Reverend Mariela and Reverend Jules are especially widely resonant these days. We'll start with Reverend Mariela. Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Mariela. I come to you from Grand Rapids, Michigan today, but I'm originally from Cuba. My ancestors were indigenous of the Caribbean. They were Taino Arawak people. They were also from West Africa, the Yoruban people, and they were also from Spain. I want to speak to you today about refuge. I am a refugee in this country. I came to the United States as a refugee in 1995, and the word refuge has been coming up a lot for me over the past few years as I found myself in trauma, living through trauma, surviving trauma day by day. And I realized that I didn't have a place of refuge, that I didn't have a sense of something larger where I could take refuge in. And then one day, I started getting the image of a lighthouse. And the image of the lighthouse kept coming up. And I kept visiting the lighthouses here in Michigan. And when I realized that I had to become a lighthouse to those parts of me that have been traumatized, that felt like they were lost in a stormy sea at night. So I realized that as part of self-leadership, I had to become the kind of leader to my inner parts. I had to create a refuge for them to be able to find their way back. The lighthouse metaphor became something that I aspire to be. It was my aspiration to become a lighthouse of steady love for my inner parts and any of my family members, for any members of my community. And I thought, how could I show up with steady love to support others? The lighthouse became a metaphor for me to become the keeper of the light and the keeper of the lighthouse. There were many parts that I welcomed in, parts that again were lost out at sea, parts that were terrified. And I had to learn how to give refuge, how to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest part of the automatic nervous system. That provides a sense of calm and rest and refuge. I had to learn how to breathe with my belly because I was doing a lot of shallow breathing. Trauma does that. It changes the physiology of the body, so that we're doing all this shallow breathing, which causes all kinds of harm to our bodies and our organs. So to provide refuge to my parts, I had to learn how to soothe myself. I had to learn how to take some deep belly breaths in through the nose, and the belly expands. Out through the nose, and the belly comes back in through the nose, and the belly inflates like a balloon. I had to learn to become calm and steady within so that I could greet these parts that were traumatized and greet them with steadiness, so I could come out into the world and greet others with steadiness, so that I could bring this to my community, to the world that is so in need of my steadiness. To do that, I had to close shop for a while. I had to close my lighthouse for maintenance daily, and I recommend everybody do that. We do not have to be shining bright every moment. We do not have to be giving hope constantly. We can take time to take care of our vessel. We can take time to come in and cultivate that steadiness that can give refuge to others. When someone comes to your door, they have seen the light and they come to your refuge. And again, I'm talking about your inner parts. I'm talking about your family members. I'm talking about your community and your congregations. We have to assess what the parts need. Some parts need protection, like bodies literally need to curl up. And so how can we create spaces in our home, in our houses of worship, in our communities, cozy spaces where people can feel refuge? How can we provide nourishment? Almost everyone likes tea, the warmth of the tea, and almost everyone likes tapping, a little tapping on your head. This is called emotional freedom technique. And you can really release a lot of the energy that is stored, that is bothering you within, by doing tapping. You can search this emotional freedom technique. Try it out for yourself. It frees you. It creates an inner environment that feels like shelter. It creates an inner environment that feels like refuge. And so the idea is, how can we cultivate these practices? How can we teach them to others? How can we become grounded in love, in steadiness, in safety? The nervous system is all about safety. Our wounded parts inside of ourselves and in our communities need safety. And so we have to think about that. Refuge is about safety and feeling safe and connection and bonding. To me, what brings me hope is that our nervous systems were designed for times such as this. Our nervous systems have the capacity to heal themselves. We just need to give the body what it needs. We just need to, first and foremost, listen to the body. I love to listen to the soft animal of my body who tells me that it is at capacity, or how much capacity it has for these chores. So when I listen to my body, to the soft animal of my body, when I care for the soft animal of my body, when I listen to its wisdom, that gives me hope, because it leads me into a place of sustainability and resilience. My ego will push and push and push. My ego will want to go save the entire world because my heart is big. But I need to listen to my body. I need to go with the intelligence and the wisdom of my body, which is the intelligence and the wisdom of Mother Nature. So if you don't have a lighthouse, I recommend a rock, something heavy, something steady, something that can ground you, something that can give you hope. What do you believe in? What can you hold on to for certain, for sure? All of this is what I believe. We need to face the troubles that are at our door, worldwide, personally, everywhere. We need to remember to work with nature, to give the body what it needs. Long, deep breaths, warm tea, beauty, community, nourishment, validation. Our bodies are exhausted, and we can say that makes sense. It makes sense that you're exhausted. Our bodies are grieving, and we can say it makes sense that you're grieving. There is so much pain. There's been so much lost. We can grieve around here. I say that what is not expressed is depressed. And so when I become a lighthouse, or when I have something to believe in, when I have something to ground me, it allows me to express those things. Because whatever I can express is not bigger than that which brings me hope, which gives me faith that one thing I know I can depend on. I wish you beauty. I wish you peace. I wish you moments where you can close your lighthouse for maintenance, where you can come within and cultivate the light that you can bring out into the world. A steady, 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 loving energy. And now we will hear the wisdom from Reverend Jules. May nothing evil cross this door, and may ill fortune never pry about these windows. May the roar of rain go by. By faith made strong, the rafters will withstand the battering of the storm. This hearth, though all the world go chill, will keep you warm. Peace shall walk softly through these rooms, touching our lips with holy wine, till every casual corner blooms into a shrine. With laughter, drown the raucous shout. And though these sheltering walls are thin, may they be strong to keep hate out and hold love in. Those are the lyrics to May Nothing Evil Cross This Door, the first hymn in our hymnal. The last 15, 16 years now, a copy of those words has hung in the entryway of whatever house or apartment I've lived in. It's a prayer, a blessing. I've always really loved this hymn. But we know this song isn't about a house, or at least it's not just about a house, or just about a house of worship, right? It's about community. It's about our communities. So this hymn begins with a prayer of protection. May nothing evil cross this door, and may ill fortune never pry about these windows. May the roar and rain go by. It's a plea for security. Please keep us safe. The next stanza starts talking about infrastructure, the rafters, the hearth. Bad weather is gonna happen. Storms that crash down on the roof, they're part of life. In this structure, though, the strength, what it takes to keep the roof on, strength comes from faith. Now, there is this definition of faith that I really like. That which allows you to accept that which you cannot understand. Collective, the community, the work of love, that's what it is for me. And that faith will fortify the rafters to withstand any storm. And don't forget about the hearth, the heart of the home. That heart holds and comforts and envelops us when the outside world is cold. This is a place of refuge. Now, the third stanza, it moves, walking, touching, blooming, and it's also peace. Peace is active. There's motion. It's not static. This active peace, that action from groundedness brings holy wine, brings communion, brings connection, so that even the most casual encounter is sacred. Now we get to the last stanza, which opens with laughter drowning out the raucous shout. What a shift from a plea for safety, right? Moving verse upon verse, growing encounter to encounter, engaging this holy community brings forth laughter, energy, joy. What drowns the raucous shout is not righteous indignation. It's not clever wordplay. It's not Robert's rules. It's laughter. That deep laughter takes vulnerability mixed with confidence, a little delight sprinkled with surprise. And it creates palpable energy, big energy, so big it doesn't matter how thin the walls are, with strength that comes from faith, sustenance from the warmth of community, peace in motion, blessing and engaging, recognizing every encounter is sacred. Joy is so big that it overcomes the outside noise. See, that is love in action. And you know what? Hate doesn't stand a chance. I love this hymn. Except for that last line. Last line. May they be strong to keep hate out and hold love in. Well, it's really just the last three words. Hold love in. No, I totally disagree. 100% theologically wrong. But I get the temptation, right? When things are hard out there, storms been knocking you around, finding a place that's warm, that's comfortable, that's comforting, a place where we're not alone, where we can laugh. I mean, who wants to go back out into the storm? It's cold, it's wet, there's lightning, there's raucous shouting. It's risky out there. It's tempting to say, hey, safe is good enough. Keep pain out, hold love in. Now, I'm not a songwriter. I don't have an alternative three words, but I will tell you right now, Unitarian Universalism can be a shelter, but it's not a bunker. So come into community, get dry, get warm, get fed, get blessed, and then light a chalice, take that love out into the world. I once read something inscribed in the entryway to a church, and it said, "This is a church with walls to keep the roof up, not to keep people out." May we find refuge, sustenance, laughter. And I pray that the walls of every Unitarian Universalist community keep the roof up, but they don't keep our people in. Amen, and blessed be.
Our closing hymn is number 1, May Nothing Evil Cross This Door, from the Gray Hymnal. Feel free to sing as the Spirit moves you. Please stand in body or spirit and joining us in singing hymn number 1, May Nothing Evil Cross This Door.
May nothing evil cross this door, and may ill fortune never pry about these windows. May the roar and rain go by. By faith made strong, the rafters will withstand the battering, the storm, this earth view, all the world grow chill, will keep We shall walk softly through these rooms, touching our lips with holy wine, till every casual corner blooms into a shrine. With laughter drown the raucous shout, and though these sheltering walls are thin, may they be strong to keep hate out and hold love in.
First, learn to listen, not only for enemies around corners in hidden places, but for the faint footsteps of hope and the whisper of resistance. Hone your skills, aim your heart toward kindness, and stockpile second chances. Under the weight of destruction, we will need the strong shelter of forgiveness and the deeper wells that give us the sweet water of welcome. We have a place for you. When the world ends, we must not add destruction to destruction, not accept a beggar's bargain, to fight death with more death. In order to survive the apocalypse, any apocalypse at all, we have to give up the counterfeit currency of self-sufficiency, the mistaken addiction to competition, the lie that the last to die has somehow survived. Namaste, amen, and blessed be. Thank you, Margaret, for sharing your valuable time and insight with us today. And it is sincerely appreciated, and we look forward to seeing you again. We also thank Tinka Friend, who accompanies our hymns with American Sign Language. And do we have time for discussion? No. Okay. So we usually have about 10 to 15 minutes for discussion following the service, but as we are having our first Sunday luncheon today, we invite you all to adjourn into the parish hall.